Kia ora and welcome to Craft to Artosaurus. My name's Paula and today is a Saturday, so it's a paint, fun, drawing kind of time. So I've got out my Derwent sketching pencils here. I think I've received these throughout the years in the scrawler box when I was getting them. So one's a dark wash and the other's a medium wash. These are water, can you see? They've got the little paintbrush, so they're watercolour pencils. So we've got this thing here called the Barber, and so we have these. I'm going to draw as I talk about the Barber. So yeah, here we go. We're just going to go right for it. So we have this this kind of a passy thing at the back of Greymouth, and yeah, it's like a little gap between these two hills, and from what flows through here is a really cold kind of how can I say it, gosh, well, it's just a really cold well, it's cold wind, and it cuts like the Barber, so that's basically why it's called the Barber, because it cuts like the Barber. So I don't know how else to say it other than that. And so yeah, I've been fascinated by it for quite a few years. You know, it's just something that's intrigued me. And I've always, when we first moved here, where we lived, we could see the Barber every morning, and you could see it blowing. The clouds and all of that coming through, and it's like really cold. It's not like a little bit cold, it's really cold. I'm just doing something sketchy here. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I'm just having fun kind of moving things around, and I've got an idea in my head and I want to see if I can get it down onto the paper, and it might not work, and that's fine if it doesn't, you know. Yeah, it could be a way of saying, well, don't do this, folks. So anyway, the Barber blows, and if you're uptown, it cuts like a knife. It really does cut like a knife. It's so cold. And at times I've thought within the Barber, you can see things like, you know, at times I thought, oh, I could see a man's face coming out of it and that sort of thing. I just use my imagination on it. Yeah, let's be truthful. You know, there's no man's face there. It's just me being Paula. And that's fine, you know, that's what people expect me to be. They expect me to be Paula, slightly crazy, slightly out there. So I've always wanted to draw kind of like the Barber, and have it so that we've got like an old-fashioned carriagey type thing coming through. Oh, I don't know, a miner sitting there is kind of what I'm thinking. You know, he's just sitting there, he's got the horses in front and all that sort of thing. So that's what I'm going to have a go at trying to do today, because it was blowing. I had to go uptown. Oh, I had to post something, and I got the dragon. Oh, I hate getting the dragon. She's such an awful postmistress. Oh, I don't know. Well, anyway, I got her. So, you know, my day started off with a hiss and a bang, didn't it really? Oh, and the thing I was posting, admittedly, you know, I'm not the world's, you know, you send a letter off and that sort of thing, and she kind of gave this little sigh, and she said, you do know it's an RD. And I wasn't thinking, I've kind of forgot who I was talking to, kind of thing, you know, the dragon. And I said, oh, do you think maybe I should tell my friend Denny that? I chuckled. I thought, oh, that's a little bit funny, you know. Well, she's not going to move, is she? She's been living there for I don't know for how long. And I thought, what a stupid statement. Why did she even say that? And this old guy behind me went, oh, Mary. Oh, no. This is Pooh's going to... And the look I got from her, oh, my goodness. This lady does not have a sense of humour. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. So, yes, I got the feeling that perhaps... that wasn't the best thing to say to her, perhaps. No, I'm saying perhaps. I know it's not the best thing to say to her. Oh, dear, it's shocking. It was so shocking. but I thought, oh, bugger it. You know, my life is not going to get any better than that. I thought, what a stupid thing to say. But of course, you know, I'm the one that wrote it on there. I don't know. I was just, you know, things were not going my way this morning. Things were not going my way. So I was like, oh, for goodness sake. So I'm doing it very sketchy, as you can see. I'm not really trying to, I've got an idea of how I want it to look and that sort of thing. But, yeah, I'm thinking let's do sketchy kind of. Because I'm going to put water on it and it'll move it so it looks, so hopefully the shapes that I'm making will still be there, you know. I'm thinking horse coming out and, you know, the carriage behind and that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I've actually been dying to do this for a couple of years, to tell you the truth. I'm not really a horsey. I've never drawn horses. I don't know what they look like. I think I did once in a picture. I did one when, you know, when I first started. I thought, oh yeah, I'll draw a couple of horses kind of thing. But I don't know anything about horse anatomy. I did ride one when I was younger once, and you know, the horse took off, and oh my goodness, it was absolutely the most scariest thing that ever happened to me. So I kind of know, you know, what horses, I know what they look like. I just don't know how to draw them. So I'm just having fun, just getting the shape there. I know this isn't right. I can see where I've gone wrong. But a part of me, it's really not bothering me actually, because I just want that look of it could be. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, you know, just coming out of the mist. So, I don't know. I've done that. And the other leg would be over here, wouldn't it? Kind of, yeah. So, I'm just giving it a go. And I think I would really like to have that a little bit darker there. And where I think it's darker, I'm putting a heavier pencil mark. So, oh, I don't know. I'm just going for it. So that kind of gives me, the horse needs a tail, and needs the harnessy thingy would come from underneath, wouldn't it? Kind of like that past the horse, and there'd be ropes and stuff. I don't know. It's getting there. It's getting there. Oh, I'm having me a blast. Actually, I'm just enjoying myself, just trying things out. So this barber that we have here, it kind of just blows everywhere. It yeah, it really is. It's rather amazing, to tell you the truth. It's very cold though, so it was absolutely freezing uptown, which most probably was why I was thinking, oh God, I can't believe it. I've got the dragon, and then to top everything else off. Oh dear, that poor, I'm sure she must be a nice lady. You know, there'll be people who know her and go, oh, she's a really nice lady, you just misunderstood her. But oh, I just can't see it at the moment. I really, each time I've been at her counter, she's just been incredibly unpleasant. So I don't know. Bad day, menopausal, I don't know. She's as old as the hills. Well, mind you, she's looked like that since I've known her, so she's most probably older than the hills, isn't she? God, it's just getting worse, Paula. It's just getting worse. Just give up while you're ahead. So yeah, so kind of little horsey things, maybe. What do you think? Kind of little horsey things. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. And that's my hill. So behind the barber is always this lovely, lovely, bright blue sky. And then we kind of had this white, grey, foggy stuff that comes through the pass. And it just kind of flows through and blows through town, blows through Cobden, and goes through, oh, where else does it, oh, there we go. I was looking for my paint palette set. Oh, here we go. I'm going to use this tinted charcoal paint set that I got from Derwent, again in another scrawler box. Really, if you are overseas and you can get the scrawler box, and it's not a lot of money, like if you live in England and that, highly recommend if you're starting out as an artist. You will try so many mediums. Mind you, I'm in love with doing stuff, And as well as that, I've still got my pencils, which I will leave on this side of me. And I've got my very, very first, and I do stress this was my very first watercolour set. You know, as you can see, it's as old as the hills, isn't it? But it's one of these fan ones, and I don't know, there's something about this set. So a Superior brand, that's the paint that it is. It's a Superior one, not the other one. The Superior one's really, really cool. I don't know, the paint's nice. I kind of like it. I still like it. So yeah, I've got that as well because I want that blue behind. So I'm just going to press pause. I'm going to go get some water because I didn't do that. I've got some brushes here, so let me just set those up. I don't know what brushes they are. What have I got here? I've got a number 4, a number 8, and the dagger. I don't know, do I want to use those this time? I guess I do, that doesn't matter. So I'm just going to put those in front of me. I'm going to go now, grab some water. I'll be back. That was quicker than anticipated. Oh, I need to also spray these Derwent paints. Do you know what? I'm going to spray what I've just done. And you see how that's going to affect it? It's just going to make it go all over the place and do its own thing. That's kind of what I'm wanting, to tell you the truth. So, yay me. Oh dear. Oh, that woman at this. Oh, sorry. I really am. I'm in a bit of a mood, actually. She always puts me in a bit of a mood. I don't know why. Yep. So they've got a dark moss, a forest pine, blah, 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 and all that sort of guff. This one here is meant to be the forest pine, so I'm just going to throw that over. I'm not going to throw it anywhere. This one here is the forest pine. Yeah. I'm just throwing that in the hills over here. I want to keep it quite dark because, I don't know, I just like the thought of that. It's really just a trial at, can I even get that smoggy look? I'm not really, I want to leave it quite loose, so I don't want to make it whimsical today. So it's not a whimsical paint. So if you've come here for a whimsical paint, whoops, sorry, yep, not going to happen. So this kind of just gives me the hills and that sort of thing, which is what I'm wanting. I'm just throwing paint down. I'm not really sticking to a set format as such. Now we've got a neutral and we've got a dark, but it really is, this fog is quite amazing, to tell you the truth. So I'm liking what it's done down here. So what's this? A thistle. I don't know, what's a thistle? Well, I don't know. Well, it's been so long since I've used this set. Oh yeah, it's kind of like a purpley colour, isn't it? So I'm really wetting my brush and I'm just going in with different colours. So I know I've got the horse bits there, and that's fine, you know. I'm trying to keep it in some format. So this is a minor, well, I don't know, minor. I just thought, you know, coming through the pass there from, they would have arrived in Nelson and they came through here for the gold rush. So, you know, Hokitika area, Charleston, they even dug for gold here and they did find it, and I have gold. So we're on my section, but I'm allowed to dig for it. I signed a contract with the, you know, with the local council, blah, blah. My life is over. I'm just grabbing some of this white. I'm putting it in with this black over here to make it a little bit softer. And I'm just experimenting today, really. I'm holding most probably my paint in the, because I wanted to keep it so loose. I'm really just experimenting. I want that look of the horse, and it's definitely coming through. So I don't know, I'm absolutely, actually, to tell you the truth, I'm thrilled with how this is looking, and it's, you know, just at the first stage. This could be the end of it. This could be the shortest video ever on my channel. So looking really cool. I quite like that. So I'm not that happy with the things back here. So I'm going to grab my water bottle which is just one of these, and I'm just going to spray up here, and I'm making it move a little more. I'm spraying it quite a lot. This is been gummed down, so I can do quite a bit on here with water, so I already know that. So I'm just going to move it a little bit so I don't have quite as much definition. I still want those hills to be defined, because the I've noticed that the barber seems to come over them and roll down them a little bit. I don't know, it's quite, in fact, I'm intrigued by the barber, really. I know I won't be able to take a photo now because hopefully it's stopped blowing. My husband's playing at the golf course. It's most probably blowing terribly out there. Oh dear, oh dear. But yeah, there's something here I am liking. So yep, I'm quite happy to tell you the truth. It's just a very light, let's kind of start to go with it sort of paint, where hopefully this will come through. And when it's dry, I'm going to put some gouache on top, I'm thinking. So yeah, that could be the way to go. It's going to dry really quickly because today we've got such a gorgeous day here on the coast again. Oh, it's so nice. I'm going to use it says burnt earth, so let's see what burnt earth looks like. That's quite intriguing. And this one here is burnt embers. Ooh, I do like burnt embers. Okay, so I'm going to use burnt embers. I'll put that over here, so I'm not going to be in everyone's way down here because, you know, maybe you want to see what I'm doing here. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm just having fun. This is the sort of thing I love to do. Just experiment with everything. I really do. I quite like that. There's something about that I'm really liking. I think it's because it's got a little bit of that red warm overtone. And no, that's not normally in the barber. So I'm just going to grab some of, I'm moving the card so I can read what it is. Burnt earth. So I'm just going to see what this burnt earth is like. So it's a slightly lighter tone, isn't it? Oh, how intriguing. But I just want to keep that kind of horsiness alive. And I'm hoping that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of hoping that's what I'm doing anyway. Yeah. So a lot of the coal miners that came were New Zealanders, of course. You know, trying to make that money count. Just going with the dark I've got at the very end. So yeah, just trying to make everything count, the money and everything. And there was lots of gold found here, and there was a big piece found in Ross, which is just up the road a little bit. I think it's an hour and a half, 2 hours out of town, something like that. And that was given to the Queen when it was found, and she made a tea set out of it, or, you know, a teapot and all that sort of thing. It was massive, very, very big. Yeah, I can't remember. I'll look it up while this is drying and I'll tell you later on how big it was. It was, yeah, it was just something that people, yeah, they gave it to the Queen. I thought, wow. I remember reading it when I was, and we used to have our fireworks out at Ross when our children were younger. Yeah, so we'd go out to Ross and we'd have fireworks, and they had the tank out there, and that would be driven around, and that would be rather cool, the tank being driven around. I thoroughly enjoyed that tank. So yes, it was all very intriguing. I'm adding a bit of, I think it's called Mountain Blue, and amongst all this now, I'm just trying to, I could be doing the wrong thing. I've never really done anything like this before. I'm experimenting with you on live on YouTube. Oh. Yeah, oh dear. So my gardens are looking amazing. The guys were in the other day. Oh, they did such a good job. Oh my goodness, our house has never looked this good. And we had a couple of problem trees, which is why Jason wanted the guys to come in rather than Kirby, my friend, to start. He wasn't quite sure if she'd be able to handle it, so he said there's a lot here that needs fixing, and he was right. There was a lot that needed fixing, and so that's all been fixed now. And now we can just employ Kirby. Hopefully she can keep them up to scratch, or he's thinking of asking them if they do property maintenance, and they can like just come and do the gardens, and every so often we can pay them, kind of thing. And yeah, so I think all that's left is the orchard area, which is kind of sweet that that's left. So a little bit in the orchard area, and where else was it that was left? The orchard area was one area they had to work on, and the glass house, the greenhouse that I've got up and running. I can't bend down to fix it up at the moment, so yeah, it's exciting, I know. Life, it's always exciting, isn't it? So yeah, I'm very, very excited. So I think we can still kind of see it's got a picture there, maybe, in the kind of cloudiness. I'm thinking we need a bit more green in amongst this charcoal over here on the hills. So you can still see that. I'm just opening up my fan, spraying it. It's been ages since I've played with these paints. They're all dried out, actually. I don't even know if they'll be any good. So, oh, it's very light. What's that one? Yep, there we go. So this is a very inexpensive set, this one. It's it's actually quite cheap. So, you know, if you feel like getting a little set you can play with, this is the one I would definitely choose. Yeah, I was always really impressed with it. It's just so darn versatile, and it's so small that when I went out plein air painting, I used to always take that. That was the one I always took. I didn't even go with any other things. I just went straight away to that one and took that. I don't know why. So, yep. I'm wanting white. Do you know what? I'm thinking if I use my Doc Martens. Oh, it's been a while since I've opened this. So it's all kind of gluggy and it's gone yucky over time. Let's have a look. Where is my palette knife? Palette knife is broken. So I need to get a new palette knife. There's something I need to do. So I'm just going to pull out a little bit of the white. We'll stress a little bit with this, I don't know, pen. Needs a must. That needs to all be mixed up, so I need to sort that out. And I'm thinking if I use my small brush and water, I'm just kind of mixing it a little bit. I don't want it to become too diluted, but I also... And you're going to see shortly how very white it is. It's kind of like, really, see how white that is? It's really shockingly white. And I'm just dabbing it here and there in the hopes that it will do its own little thing, but still give me a little bit of fun to play with. Yeah, I kind of want that mistiness. It's not quite happening. Kind of know what I'm looking for, but I also still want the horses to be a thing. So I'm also bringing it over the hills like it normally does, trailing it down over here. So it really does, when it comes over the hills, it reminds me of almost a sea foam. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's kind of a hard one, the Barber. You have to see it to believe it. I'll see if I can find a stock photo online And if I can, I will put it in somewhere, you know, near the end or something to show you what the barber's like. It's really quite intriguing. So apparently it doesn't hit all throughout the world and all that. I was told this is one of the only places that does it. The barber does its barbery thing. I don't know. So yeah, there's a lot of water over in this corner. This brush has got no water on it. Oh, I should have a tissue here. I had one 4 seconds ago. I might go hunting for a tissue in a bit, but I can kind of see what I'm going for over here. I'm just putting a bit of that white here and there throughout, mixing it in. Once I put the blue in, yeah, you'll see, it's kind of hard to explain without the blue. I think I need to let everything dry, so I'm going to do that. Let everything dry. See how that white looks, because at the moment I'm thinking, too white. And I can add on top of it. So I'll see you after this dries. I might go and have some lunch because that post office was super busy this morning. Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, we'll see you all shortly. Okay, I'm back, and so it's pretty dry. It's dry enough. I'm happy. Let's get on and do a bit of blue in the sky. Here we go. Actually need to wet the sky, I feel. Not quite as blue as anticipated. Let's grab this fan brush. Here we go. Oh, there we go. It's taken a while for it to kick off. I guess it's dried out a bit. Right, that's the blue all done. Let's have a look here. I'm just adding a little bit of white over everything, kind of just very gently, just to give it. So it's quite a watery white. Yeah. Figuring that should be the effect I'm after, well, I hope. And I am kind of getting what I would like to see, so I'm going with it. So it's a very light wash of the white on top of everything else. So that it's giving me the cloudy, misty look that I want, that I would normally get from a barber. The barber, the smogginess and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to build up the white. And yes, I know it's taking away some of my painting, but it's the picture wants to, I want the picture to be there, but not as prominent as what it is right now. So that's the word I'm looking for. You see how it's just making everything fade a little bit. But again, I'm keeping the mix very, very watery. The wash very watery, just to give that, and just letting it go, the whiteness that I like when I see the Barber, because it is quite white and I know this is very grey, so yeah, but that's okay. But then you kind of get the feeling that it's a picture there that's in the it's not as prominent. I'm losing my words, aren't I? I know what I'm looking for, so I'm trying to find it as I'm slowly adding everything to it. I feel like I'm adding loads, and it's just soaking into the cotton paper and slowly getting there. So I can still see the picture, yeah. So I want bits of it to stand out, and some of the bits I want it to gently fade away. And this here is through the, this is where the pass bit is. So town's further down, so I'd be looking just at the top of it. Wow, I think that's actually going to be it once it dries. So I can still see, I don't know if you can, I can still kind of see the horses, but the white's starting to come back, the white of the paper. So yeah, I'm really thrilled with this. I don't know what I'm doing or how I'm managing it, but yeah, it's looking great. The hills are most probably too green now because the sun is behind this. So when the Barber runs, it's first thing in the morning. So yeah. So I just think I need to use driftwood. Is that the one that's got a little bit of yellow in with it? Yes. Need to really wet that one. So I've noticed that for these paints I need to wet them quite a bit. Yeah, and now you can see that that's because it's so wet, the mixture I'm using here, it's making that white, so it's not giving it a line, it's kind of giving it a really nice look. That's the look I'm going for. So yeah, I'm happy. It's not water painting as I normally do it, so yeah, I'm trying to control a bit more than I normally would, because normally I wouldn't control anything, but yeah, I can see that here and there's a little bit of control happening. Right, I'm just going to add in a bit of detail. I'm sorry, I've gone quiet, haven't I? I'm just looking at it and just trying to refine my lines. I've most probably taken away too much of the black, but I'm also kind of liking it that it's so different to how I would normally paint. Don't want to give too much definition here. I think maybe just a little bit of Well, I'm going to let this dry, and I'll go and look up a few facts for you, bits and pieces, and after it's dried we'll have a look. But I'm fairly certain that once this is dried, this painting will be finished for the day. Okay, I'm going to call this done. It is dry. It's just it's all out of shade and bent out of shape because, quite frankly, I used too much water. But I had myself a blast. I can definitely see my horses. They're fairly light. I've got the lovely whiteness up here that happens as the barber flows. So the clouds are kind of making the picture that I want, which is rather cool, and the dark mountains. So yep. So there we are, a dude coming forward, and well, a gold miner, most probably his family in the back, I don't know. He would have travelled around about 1909, so 1909 is when they found the big nugget. It was 3.09 kgs, which is 99.63 ounces, and that was found by Scott and Sharp. Now, I don't think Scott is from the same family as the guy who went off to Antarctica, but who knows, it could be. I could be so wrong. And I was thinking that it was Queen Victoria who got the big gold nugget and made it into a teapot, but no, I'm wrong. It was her naff son, King Edward the Seventh. I don't know. I think Victoria was such a very, very cool queen and did so much within her reign that Edward just looked, and as you read what he did, he just sounded very weak. So I don't know. I've most probably got that all wrong. And he was a fantastic king. He was marvellous. But yeah, in my mind, he's and it's my thoughts and my views. So you can all disagree with me. Write a comment down below. Oh my goodness. So, and in all honesty, I'm really thrilled with how this turned out. First time doing a new kind of format style, trying things. Yep, I do love the Derwent tinted charcoal paint pan set. But I like their things that have got that tint in it. So, yeah. Then again, I'm a Derwent fan. It's quite expensive here in New Zealand to get Derwent things, but each time I've had something from Derwent, it's always been fantastic quality. So yeah, and I did have a set of their pencils. Was the soft set, but I don't know. I'm a Prismacolor girl, and their soft set was not as good as the Prismacolor. So I didn't like using them, and there was one of my friend's granddaughters was starting out, and she was just starting to get professional commissions for things, and so I gave those Colour Soft to her, and I think that was a good idea. She thoroughly enjoyed them. So what is the paper that I used today? Oh, it was the Academy. There we go. 300 cotton, fantastically. Yep, it's always a fantastic paper. And I am very happy with that. I'm going to sign it. I'm putting my knife away that I used to cut. I'm going to have to remember to get myself a new palette knife. I don't know how I'm going to remember that. It's the 24th today. May. And we're in the year 2025. So yeah, it's a study, or it's a quick look at how I can do clouds and kind of get pictures into them. This was pretty good. I was mildly surprised with myself, and I do love how the blue has come out too. So I've got a bit of see, you can see it's split a little bit. So I can't remember if this set had that granulating look to it, but it is getting old. Yeah. Oh gosh, I've been painting for many years. Let me cover that now. I've been painting for so many years now. So this set is it's getting up in there in years. So yeah, it was the first watercolour set that I brought when I went back to painting. So I think it's like 10 years old. Yeah, maybe it could be a little bit older. No, I don't think it is. I think I'll be lucky if it's 10 years old, to tell you the truth. So it's not that bad, because I had a big time off there where I stopped painting for a while. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed myself with you today, the way I've netted away to you, you poor bunch of people. I hope you enjoyed watching, and hopefully there's something here that also you've learned. I know there's a few things I've learned, so I'm thrilled with this. So give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. I've given you a little bit of history of Greymouth here and the surrounding areas. We've got so much happening here, so I'll try and keep it kind of local like that. Yeah, but I'm always promising it. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm thinking, even though I shouldn't, I might do some sewing because I want to get onto my skirt again. But I'll see how I go. Yep. So I'm actually going to go off. It's a lovely day. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm thinking I'm going to walk our baby for a nice long walk in the sunshine. It'll be lovely. I won't go past the mobile station, because if you go past the mobile petrol station, you'll hit the Barber, and I can see it's still running. So brr, poor old Cobden and Blaketown today will be copping the cold wind, but it could be nice and refreshing. All right, so I'll catch you later. Have a lovely weekend, and yep, thumbs up, leave a comment. Oh, and if you do like me, subscribe. I've been forgetting that. Subscribe, and you can get more of my wonderful, whimsical self. I'm so sorry. Oh dear, I don't know. I might cut that last bit out. All right, well, thank you all very much for watching. Oh, I couldn't find a stock picture of the Barber, so I will brave the elements one of these mornings, and I will go down and I'll take a photo for you all, and I'll put it in a different video. So to see that, you'll have to be subscribed to me. See, little way of getting you to subscribe. Okay, thank you all for watching. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Bye.